So inside and getting organized, getting ready to go for a ride. Today is Friday and we have a Saturday and Sunday trial. So anyway, let's talk about the truck, changes I would make. As of right now, none. We'll talk about this couch. Right now, my wife has started to come and join me on trips. So couch I'm going to have to make a little bit bigger for her to be comfortable to sleep on. It's a little small, and once again, this does fold up flat so I can get the bike in here with room to move around. Have the porta potty down low. This is kind of set up as a vanity and just kind of a little disorganized right now, but still working things out. I do plan on starting to fill in lines on this. I think what I'm going to do is just take a Sharpie and just kind of put some of the tracks that we've done and you know, try to be as close as I can to the actual freeway and stuff. But that's a plan for that. Another thing that we discovered is this open area up front, which I have the storage underneath. The one wheel actually does nest down in a little pocket, so it sits flat. But what we discovered was my wife fits in there really well, and you know, you have a panoramic view with the windows to look out of. And so we may work on that a little more to make that a little nicer area. And if this was a full size, and you know, if I do end up selling this truck at some point in time, I will build a full size, and that will give her a full 6 feet there, and she's 5'1", so to give her room to stretch out and sleep. That might even be an alternate sleeping location. We did 4 days out at Glamis North Hot Springs, and Kim slept down there one night for, I think, most of the night. Then she came back up on the couch. As far as electronics and solar, you can see right now the refrigerator's running and the TV and inverter are running with the satellite right now. And we're at 13.5 volts, and that's both up on my gauge there and here. Refrigerator is super efficient. So a refrigerator and then a freezer. So I carry ice and then frozen stuff. I find that I do use a lot more frozen food now that I have a freezer instead of just a refrigerator or an ice chest. The bar has worked out really well. None of the bottles have broke and they don't rattle around too much. Spices are good. One of the additions I've done is I've added the plate or the pans up on the wall. I went from a one pan system now to a pot and a pan. Down low, I keep the lids down here, which is our water storage. That's 14 gallons of water. What I'm finding for water, I find that, you know, I have this one on a pump, and then I also have a EcoTemp shower back there. And what I'm finding is, even with two of us, we use about a gallon a day. I usually bring my Lifesaver 5-gallon water purifier kit. Just nice peace of mind. If you had to stick it down in a stream or something somewhere, you could get some water out, you know, and go from there. One of the additions I did do is up front in here, I have those double insulated half-gallon water bottles from Walmart. And what I'll do this trip, getting ready to do it right now, is I'll mix up some Gatorade. And that'll be a gallon, 1.5 gallons of water, and I'll probably start with that as my source, just because it's easier to pour stuff than turn on the pump and pump it out. Pump's kind of slow, and I wanted a slow pump so you don't waste the water. Little changes in my coffee cell. I no longer grind coffee because I find it's too labor intensive, and I want to just kind of get out here. Usually I'm so shot by the time I get out. I just want to come out and have my coffee, relax, and have a nice time. The knives have worked out great. That magnetic strip is a bamboo with a very heavy-duty magnet behind it, and that has worked out excellent. This knife is razor sharp, and it's one of those things that you can pretty much skin a grape with. It's super good, and then this is tight. The dishes behind my helmet here have worked out great. Once again, you just pull a dish out and use it, and as soon as you're done, I have a rule that I wash everything up and put everything back in place, even strapped down. This upper drawer here is the stove. That's a pull out. That has worked out really well. You can see that I've been using it. It needs a little cleaning. This is my silverware drawer slash junk drawer. So silverware in here, and then batteries and stuff to fabricate with, and screws and hooks, because I do find that you're always changing stuff up. Right here is my dirty laundry. I have a bag that's staked in there, and then at the cutting board, that's set up as the garbage can, and it goes all the way down. I just keep a cup there. That's where I make my coffee in the morning, and that works out really well. So one of the nicest additions that I can really tell is this screen. My wife ordered that off of Amazon. It's a 4-foot by 6-foot screen, and that was the easiest thing to put in on the vehicle. It's just Velcro strip with you know, like a sticky tape on it, and I went all the way around down the sides, and it works great. Down the center is magnets, so to get out, you just open it up and then come back in. Everything just kind of seals itself up. Works out wonderful. I'm gonna keep the bugs out. I thought, we're out here in Anza this weekend, and it looks like the highs are only going to be 71. I thought we were going to have highs like 91, so I had kind of planned on sleeping with the ramp down and just the screen up. We'll see how that goes tonight, how cold it gets and all of that. You know, my first trip I slept with the ramp down, and it was kind of nice to wake up with the sun coming over the mountains and everything. Just over the hills, we're in a super bloom right now, and there's a bunch of poppies. You can kind of see a little trace of them right out here, and it's super beautiful right now. It's just one of those times that it's going to be a good weekend to be on a dirt bike. Back in, insulation on this has worked out really well. Coldest has been 22 degrees. Super happy with how warm I can stay. Of course, that's my little buddy heater, and that's gotten its use, and it's worked out super nice. I did put the Max Air fans. They make a Max Air like little box fan. I brought that anticipating that I was going to need some airflow in here, but it seems like it's going to be super nice. Upcoming plans are I'm going to make some little inserts for the windows that will allow the 4 windows up front in the cab to be used as a little screen. You know, make about the top 6 inches of it screen, and that way we'll keep all the bugs and stuff out of here, especially in the spring. That's become a deal. My drawer right here for all my clothes. I'm stocked up. I'm set up for cold weather, warm weather, and I only use maybe a quarter of these clothes that are in here. So what's going to happen is I'm going to do a serious pare down session, and I might do that this weekend if I have some time, because I really do need to make space for my wife to keep stuff in here also, instead of her bringing a bag and living out of that. Because if you add an extra bag, it's just a little bit more room. There's not a ton of space to utilize. Now under here, under the couch, has not really been utilized to its fullest. We got blankets. I have the screen room for the ARB awning, and doesn't look like I'm going to get to use that this trip because of the wind. But other than that, I think things are pretty well squared away and set up. Very, very happy and pleased with this kit. Last year at this time I came out, I had the rooftop tent. So, you know, you unzip the tent, get the bag flipped over, get the tent erected down, put on your annex, unload your bathroom and all your cooler, your water bottle, your table, and getting everything set up. This year I came and I just dropped the ramp, pulled the bike out. I jumped on the one wheel and I went for a ride up in the mountains. First time I've really kind of ridden it off-road trailish, and it's a little bit tough to do, but something that's super fun. I think I will keep bringing the one wheel on trips, because it just doesn't take up a whole lot of room, and it's neat transportation. Getting ready to go for a motorcycle ride, and then I'll come back from that and I will just kind of get my wits about me, see where the loops go. and just kind of relax. I'd probably go for a run this weekend. My whole thing with this whole Adventure Athlete, what it was set up to do, it wasn't set up just to be a fabrication like, hey, we're going to build this truck, and then that went into building the trailer, and then that went into building the cage and spare tire rack and everything for the car. Really what this Adventure Athlete is supposed to be to take your rig, get out, and go enjoy the outdoors, whether that's a kayak, a mountain bike, a one-wheel, electric skateboard, real skateboard, e-bike, mountain bike, jump rope, hiking, whatever you want to do. These are all the things that come off the top of my head. So you get up and try to have a healthy lifestyle, not just sit around in a camp chair all day and look at the mountains, but just go out and actually explore. So that's going to be it for now. Once again, I give my truck 2 thumbs up. I'm very happy I built it. It was a little hard to cut up a $40,000 truck and do this, but I'm glad I had the self-confidence to go ahead and do that, and the skill set to put everything back together, because everything has worked out super nice. I will say with the TV, I don't really come out to the country, the desert, the wilderness to watch TV, but it has saved my butt at the Hammers, 7 days there. The TV, with it raining sideways and windy a couple of days, and you're cooped up in here, ramp up. The isolation, to have the TV, no internet really coming through on the phone or anything. So to have the TV was a huge plus. I would do the TV again. It's a DC TV, so it doesn't pull a whole lot. And with the 300 watts of solar, I have enough to run the refrigerator, freezer, charge my electronics. I have DC chargers for my one wheel and my mountain bike. It's an e-bike. And that's nice. It allows you just to have free energy pretty much and keep going. So anyway, that's going to be it for now. I thank you guys for watching my videos, and your comments have been great, so keep those up. If you would, hit like and subscribe. That's going to be it for today. I'm Tim Roble. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you here next time.